Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting. The sounds like this could totally happen in the United States edition.
Oh, no. That doesn't sound good.
It's not.
It can't be a good thing.
This is episode 042, The Body of a Man Found Inside a Dinosaur.
Yep, I was right to be worried. That sounds bad.
I'm Jill Chacha, and I am with the very concerned Marissa Riley.
I'm so concerned, especially since dinosaurs aren't even here anymore.
They're not here.
I'm very curious. I may know a little bit about why someone is inside a dinosaur, but I'm excited for you to tell me details.
And if this is your first time with us, welcome to the flock, Business
Welcome
Goose.
to the flock.
Now, Dr. Riley here comes in mostly cold, so she learns everything in real time, just like you. So it'll be fun. There'll be a lot of screaming.
Yeah, I scream a lot.
A lot of
I'm a doctor, so I add a lot of my own thoughts on... I'm not a doctor. But yeah, with my fake PhD, I help interpret meaning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So should we... Well, actually, before we begin, let's talk about episode 031, because we actually did talk about a few strange places human beings have been found crammed into, and like what happens to the body in that situation.
Oh, yes.
We even talked about how you could survive some of those scenarios. We found ourselves inside the wheel well of an airplane, a few thousand feet in the air. Remember that?
That was rough. Hard. That was hard to survive.
Very hard.
Doable.
You probably have I forgot what the odds were.
It was
but they were very
1%
bad.
that you would survive.
It was just not good. What was the other one? We were talking about getting stuck inside an elevator for a few days. Yeah. And of course, finding yourself naked and stuck inside a washing machine. That was one.
Yeah, yes. And fun fact, all these things happen to people.
That's right. They were all real things.
This is all real.
That happened to real people.
God.
So please check it out, episode 031. And today's story is no different. This is a real fucking thing that happened to one unfortunate man. And there's still a lot of unanswered questions about what the fuck happened. So, and as such, we had to cover it. So,
of course,
yes.
Of course. If it's a nightmare, we're going to talk about it.
That's right. So, everyone, let's begin by going back in time just 2 weeks ago.
Wow, it was a long time ago. It's been a long 2 weeks.
Back to Saturday, May 22nd, and we're in the extraordinary country of Spain.
What?
So
nice. I'm excited.
So please, everyone, picture a map of Spain.
Okay.
Point to the middle.
All right.
That is where the capital is found, Madrid. And now, if you would please, point to the very northeast corner.
Okay.
This is where we are, in Barcelona.
We're in Barcelona?
That's right.
Oh my God, Jill, I wish you had warned me and I would have worn, I don't know. What do you wear in Barcelona?
Mostly nothing.
Mostly. I would have not worn anything. Right. I would have worn like a linen tank top and that's it.
Great.
No
Perfect.
bottoms.
No
underwear.
You don't need them here.
No.
And in the very northeast of this city is the ancient, exquisite, autonomous region, but still very much under control of the Spanish government, Catalonia.
Ah, I've heard about it.
Yes, and it's been in the news since the early 2010s, most recently in October of 2017, if you remember. There was a vote on independence from Spain. It was being held among the people in Catalonia, and it ignited protests just across the country for and against, the vote, and the vote on this region becoming its own nation, basically.
I'm so sad to say that neither the news nor Instagram informed me personally about this. But wow, what a ride.
Yeah, that totally happened. And, well, I'll catch you up. Needless to say, the Constitutional Court of Spain was like, no way, girl, you're ours, a part of us forever and ever. And 9 cabinet members of Catalonia's government, including the vice president, were sentenced to prison. Under charges of rebellion, sedition, and misuse of public funds. So
just because they wanted to be their own country.
Yeah, exactly.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, their president at the time totally bailed and sought sanctuary in Belgium, and this led to the Spanish government basically installing their own choice to lead Catalonia in 2018.
Okay.
And of course, the remaining cabinet members of Catalonia, they were like, fuck you, we're going to drop another independence referendum.
Yeah.
But before even anyone can vote, Spain's Supreme Court sentenced those cabinet members to 9 to 13 years in prison.
Oh my God. Did they go to Belgium too?
No, they're in prison.
No!
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, that happened back in 2019, and that sparked even more protests. Now, all this shit does not have much to do with today's episode, but it is damn interesting, and I wanted to bring it up. And it really gives you a sense of context, just of how contentious things are and remain in the area.
Yeah.
So the only thing that could possibly lighten the mood is a waning pandemic.
Of course.
That's right.
Always puts a smile on my face.
So it wasn't until this past month, in May, that Spain ended its national state of emergency for all regions.
Oh, that's good. Finally.
Yeah, and people could get a little closer to normalcy, like being out and about and meandering and enjoying the fucking beautiful country that is Spain.
I mean, I want to enjoy the Spanish country. That sounds great in my linen tank top.
That's right. And bottomless.
That's
right. So, taking advantage of the relaxed atmosphere was a father and son duo of Catalonia's, Santa Coloma.
Oh.
And they decided to revisit one of their old haunts in the neighborhood, simply called the Cubic Building.
Oh, I expected a cooler name, but it's fine.
Maybe it sounds better in Catalonia.
The Cubic Building or something. I don't know.
So it kind of looks like just what it sounds like. It's a very aesthetically pleasing, tall, pale white building, which also happens to be surrounded by like gigantic art installations and statues and shit.
Oh, that's badass. I like that.
So for a kid, think playground, but also art.
Really?
Yeah.
So kids can like touch the that sounds gross. They could jump around the statues and climb them and things like that?
I think so.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
vibe I was getting.
Yeah. I like it.
So on this beautiful Saturday, after months of not being able to climb and play outside, Dad was like Dad of the Year and took his son to their favorite spot.
Aww.
Yeah. And everything was like old times until they got to a particular street.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to destroy this name. Avenida di Francesca Messia.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you nailed it.
Probably not. So, anyway, that avenue, quite simply, there was a particular smell in the air that they haven't smelled before.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm going to stop you right there. As a fan of true crime,
yeah,
I'm stressed.
Yes.
I can see the future and it's bad.
Yeah, it's a smell they have not smelled before. Not at this location, really not anywhere, honestly. And it was one of those smells, you know right away, something is not right.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So Dad did what any dad would do in this situation, especially when you have a young child. Find out where that smell is coming from and what's causing it.
Yes.
So you make a game of it.
Yes. Father, son.
Good times.
Good times.
Yes.
Scavenger hunt.
That's right.
For the bodies.
That's
yeah.
Right. So, Dr. Marissa, I'd like to show you a photo of what the family came upon and where their nose led them. If you would be so kind to tell us what you see in this photo. And of course, all photos we talk about today will be on our Twitter at WTI_pod and our Instagram, Well, That's Interesting Pod.
Fuck yeah, they will be.
That's right. Okay.
Okay. I see the statue of a dinosaur.
Yes.
I'm looking for the body. I don't see a body though. Mm-hmm. Am I crazy?
No.
Okay, so it's this beautiful sort of like you talked about architecture. It's a building. Everything is white, and there's this really cool statue of what is this, Stegosaurus?
That is.
Nailed it. I may have seen the caption. But yeah, it's a big ass Stegosaurus. It's like the height of a bus.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's large.
It's huge. It's a big one.
I would say maybe. I guess I don't know much about the Stegosaurus, but I would say that's life size.
Fuck yeah! Let's say
that. Okay. Now this is like the famous paper mache Stegosaurus.
It's paper mache?
Yeah, it's like a...
Fuck, wow, that's amazing.
And it's been a staple of the area for years. It stood outside of an old cinema house that has also gone the way of the dinosaurs and is no longer.
Aww.
But the statue, which was used to advertise the place, remained and became a beloved just fixture beloved by kids and, young and old alike.
Everyone.
So, now as Dad walked closer to the Stegosaurus, he noticed a gash in its right hind leg.
Okay.
And it was from this hole where the smell was coming from.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He took a peek inside and then immediately called the police.
Okay.
Now, Dr. Marissa, would you be so kind to tell us what the spokeswoman for the regional police force told the press as reported by theguardian.com?
Yes, I would. Okay. Quote, we found the body of a man inside the leg of this dinosaur statue. It's an accidental death. There was no violence. This person got inside the statue's leg and got trapped. It looks as though he was trying to retrieve a mobile phone, which he dropped. It looks like he entered the statue head first and couldn't get out. End quote.
Yeah.
He was trying to get his phone.
That's the theory, yeah. I know.
I get it.
I know.
I get it. The number of times, the one time I've seen someone else drop a phone on the train tracks. And I'm like, it's gone forever.
Yeah, don't
do it.
Don't go in there.
Don't do it.
Don't go in there.
Yeah.
And
but this is worse.
don't go in there.
Don't go in the dinosaur.
Just don't go inside things, people.
Yeah, if you drop your phone, it's gone. Get a new one.
So, father and young son found the body of a 39-year-old British man upside down, wedged inside the wiring of this papier-mâché beast.
Oh my God.
Now, Dr. Marissa, I would like to show you another video. Another photo. I can get this right. I could read. A photo of the statue after not one, but 3 units of a fire department had to cut his body loose.
Oh my God.
Now, if you would please describe the incision and the wiring within.
Okay, I'm looking at the statue. I don't see where the incision was. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
The right hind leg there.
the right hind leg, it looks like a lot of the outer, so I guess the quote unquote skin of the dinosaur has been removed. I can see, are these kind of like trash bags?
It looks like just wiring,
Just wire.
horizontal and vertical wiring.
Yeah, it's sort of like a little cage.
Yes.
The structure of it, it's like a little cage. And I gotta say, this is really a big dinosaur. Like, its legs, there's a man standing next to it taking a photo, and the size of the man is the size of the leg.
Yeah.
So when I first saw this, I was like, how did he fall into the leg? And it's because it's the same size as him.
Yeah.
It's
definitely as tall, but if you think about it, there's not enough room to, like, move around.
Yeah.
It's like a tube.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine, like a human-sized tube. You can't, like, really squat.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's got big legs, but not that big.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, you could... take a look at the photo on our Instagram or Twitter. Yeah.
Also, something important. There's flowers by the leg, and I guess memorializing
Exactly.
this poor individual.
Yeah. You could definitely see that it's clear how you could get, like, physically stuck.
Yeah.
Right? But it doesn't really explain why this happened. And like you read, there seems to be no foul play, but the results of an autopsy are still pending.
What?
Yeah. And
Oh my God.
And that's going to answer a lot of questions. Questions I bet you're thinking, like, were there drugs or alcohol involved? And not only am I a business goose, but I'm a murderino also.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, are there internal injuries we can't see? Maybe injuries that suggest there was a fight and someone shoved him in there. Yeah. And maybe while he was upside down, he tried to call for help, but dropped the phone. Things like that.
I was going to say the theory about the phone, it sounds fishy.
Yeah.
You know, why would his phone, how would he drop it in to this statue?
Right.
You will see the picture. You should take a second to look at it if you're listening to the podcast now. But, like, you see, like, there's just no reason why
It's strange.
his phone he would drop his phone.
Right. It's very, very strange.
Yeah.
Right now, the authorities believe he was just a little too curious and tried to crawl inside for a possible photo op. all of these scenarios are fucking tragic.
Yeah.
And tragic still, Dr. Marissa, would you please read from allthatsinteresting.com about his family's experience?
Oh my God, of course. Quote, the man's shocking discovery marked a traumatizing culmination of his family's search. He had been missing and out of contact for 2 days before his discovery. That morning, a family member contacted the police department to report him missing.
Yeah.
And quote,
I know.
that's horrifying.
I know.
I'm glad they were able to find his body. It's just sucks, man.
It just totally sucks. Yeah, he was missing for 2 days, and the morning they reported him missing, they found him. It's just fucking tragic.
Yeah,
so
horrifying.
Let's stick with the official theory for right now, that he died by getting stuck in this wiring for like 2 days, practically upside down.
Yeah.
Now, is that possible? And my friends, it sure is. Death by upside down is very, very possible for that length of time.
I believe you. Being upside down is crazy. I hate it.
Yeah.
I avoid it at all costs.
So you negative experiences is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. The last time I was upside down, I was in a yoga class and they were like, take like 10 breaths in this upside down position. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Feels gross.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that happens to your body when you're upside down. And we're going to talk about, all the horrible things.
I can't wait. Tell me everything.
Okay, so medical examiners call these types of deaths reverse or inverse suspension deaths. Ooh. And we're about to explain what happens to your body and how things go downhill.
Literally.
Yeah. So, are you ready, Dr. Marissa?
I am so ready.
Okay, great. Let's start with your lungs.
Cool.
Now, they sit at the top of your chest for a reason. They're delicate and overall weigh less than the intestines, stomach, liver, all that jazz. What's below them?
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. So when you're at an incline with your feet above your head, organs and all of these bits start to move south, applying pressure on your lungs. Essentially, your lungs will have less space to expand, which means you're taking in less oxygen.
I hate that.
Yeah.
So that's like not breathing.
That is not breathing.
Impaired breathing.
Yeah. And I'm not laughing because of the situation. I don't know if our microphones are going to pick up that flock of birds.
I was just thinking about that. I was like,
so
do
loud.
I address it? Yeah, there's a flock of birds. Oh, they just stopped. They heard us. They're like, I'm so sorry. Anyways, back to dying.
Back to dying a horrible death. So which means you're taking in less oxygen, and that's bad news for your brain and consciousness. But good news, you'll probably pass out sooner with the aid of something else.
Amazing.
Blood pooling around your brain.
Oh God. Wow.
Dr. Marissa, would you please read from science.howstuffworks.com as to why this would happen?
Yeah, I guess. All right, quote, our bodies are well set up to move around when we're standing upright. And our blood vessels are customized to make sure blood doesn't pool up in our feet. But that system is a one-way street. Our bodies didn't evolve to keep blood from pooling in the brain. When this happens, all sorts of things could go wrong, including ruptured blood vessel. Can't even talk. I'm so stressed about it. Including ruptured blood vessels, which can lead to brain hemorrhage. End quote. Brain hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Jill, I'm screaming. Brain hemorrhage. No.
Yeah, unfortunately, our brain isn't part of the circulatory system and can't help pump deoxygenated blood in the opposite direction back to your heart and lungs, which means all organs aren't getting enough oxygen, and anywhere from 1.2 to 1.5 gallons of blood are putting pressure on your brain. Yeah, so this sounds like slow, brutal suffocation. So what about our last resort, the heart?
Oh my God.
What's going on here? So just like the brain, the heart is experiencing its own overload. According to the study, Death in a Head-Down Position, published in the journal Forensic Pathology Reviews, quote, results from human and animal experiments and observations under true and simulated microgravitational conditions confirm that a prolonged, markedly elevated burden of work for the heart, because of the increased volume load in an inverted body position, eventually leads to death by heart failure.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, basically you pass out and have a heart attack.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I have to address this. Do you ever see, like, I would see this, I didn't see this, but I heard about this, like, frat guys have those bar things. I had one friend who had it.
Yeah.
The chin-up bar.
Oh, yeah, in the doorway?
Yeah, and then they would do the thing where they would go upside down and do, like, curl-ups.
Yeah.
I'm very selective here. Not just frat guys do this. A lot of people do this. It just freaks the shit out of me. I'm just like,
yeah.
What if you can't do the curl up?
Yeah.
And you're just stuck there.
That would suck, especially for those with, like, where your feet are tied in.
Yeah, those things. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
What's the point? Is a crunch not enough? Is a crunch not enough?
God damn it, people. So, yeah,
spread the awareness. Just do a crunch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or just don't do crunches. Just love your body.
Yeah, it's
the way
great.
it is. 'Cause, yeah.
You're beautiful.
Yeah, no one wants to get stuck upside down. Yeah. No one wants to die in their doorway. Come on.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Now, how long this all takes, it all depends on one's age, health, and other factors like drugs and alcohol, etc. So again, the autopsy should reveal the time of death, answering that question as well. Yeah. And again, we're not talking about short stints of inversion like yoga, like you were talking about, or aerial yoga or aerial acrobatics, or inversion tables to help your spine and everything. We were just talking about when you're stuck upside down for hours at a time, maybe even days. And my friends, it does not end well. No. As seen in our Stegosaurus man.
Yep.
So now this is a fucking bummer of a story. So after the break, we're going to end on a light note.
Amazing.
And I swear to God, it's hysterical. Just tears of laughter, I promise. Now, we're going to talk about the time an American got stuck inside a sculpture of a vagina. And they made it out okay. So we're gonna end on that note.
I'm speechless. I cannot wait. Take me home.
There we go. Stay tuned.
Please do.
Hello, everyone. You may recognize me as Gabby from the History of Everything podcast.
And my name is Brenna, and you don't recognize me from anything yet.
Together, we're two scientists who explore all of the weird little questions and conspiracies of the universe in our new podcast, Mystery of Everything. Everything has an explanation.
We hope.
That is what we're here to figure out. We will dive into the science behind many popular conspiracy theories, such as vaccines causing autism, flat earth theory, and was the moon landing fake? And if so, why the heck would anyone even do that?
But it's not just conspiracies. There's a lot of cool mysteries that we will attempt to use science to explain, such as near-death experiences, what made the Vikings go berserk, and can I control my co-host with MK Ultra?
Wait, what? Anyway, make sure to check out the Mystery of Everything podcast everywhere where you find your podcasts.
Hello everyone, Stakuyi here.
And I'm Gabby.
And we are the hosts of History of Everything, a podcast which you can probably guess by the name is, well, it's about everything. Do you want to know why people thought potatoes were evil and would give you syphilis? Are you curious about all the stories of the terrible and stupid ways that people have kicked the bucket over the years? Do you want to hear tales about all of the different badasses of history and the lives that they had brought to life? Well, if so, then look no further. History of Everything is just the right podcast for you. It's available on Spotify, Pandora, and anywhere else that you get your podcast from. Join us for some fun and just see how weird and wacky history can be.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting. And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back, and we're looking at a 32-ton, 14-foot-tall vulva.
Thank God. I am
We're thrilled.
pumped. Happy Pride Month.
That's right. Yes, my friends, we're looking at a sculpture created by Peruvian artist Fernando de la Jara, who has been living in Germany since 1987.
Well done, Fernando.
That's right. Now, that is exactly where we are. We're in Germany, and this sculpture is located on the grounds of a university, which may explain why the following took place. So, since 2001, the vulva has been in front of the microbiology and virology building at the University of Tübingen. Tübingen. There's an umlaut in there, so.
There you go.
And surprisingly, it took over a decade for someone to finally get stuck inside it.
A whole decade?
I know.
You guys.
Now, in America, it would have been like a couple of days.
Oh, yeah. It would have been like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So that would have been like part of the opening ceremony of the sculpture.
Oh, my
So
God.
someone getting fucking stuck inside it.
And they would have had to take it down immediately because it would just be too many people, like, putting their faces in it.
Yep. Yeah.
Americans, we're the best.
Yeah. So, Dr. Marissa, I would love to show you a photo of the sculpture called Pi Chakan. Pi for the mathematical number. And according to the artist, the word Chakan means, quote, place where the action of water has tunneled through a large rock or mountain. Or alternatively, lovemaking. So,
Okay, yeah. I'll take it. Sure.
yeah. And if that's what it is, the placement in front of a virology building is pretty genius.
Hilarious.
So-
Amazing.
Now, about to show you the photo. I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
It is exactly what you said it was. I thought there might be some sort of
No.
interpretation. It might be like subtle. It is not. It is, okay. I'm looking at a picture of it. So imagine like a sort of like a big monolithic, like a big rectangle of like stone.
Yes.
Okay, and then imagine right down the middle of it is a exact replica of a vulva, and you can actually see inside and see that it is like cavernous, like I was about to say empty on the inside. No vagina is empty on the inside. Full of awesome things and wonder. But yeah, it's
magical.
There's you know a big empty space inside.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it what this is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And my friends, I am proud to tell you the one and only person to cram themselves inside the Pi Chakan was an American exchange student.
Doing us proud.
That's right. For 13 years, this sculpture stood without incident until an American said, "Hold my beer."
Yep.
So let's head on back to the summer of love, 2014.
Amazing. I am speechless. I'm sorry. I tip my hat to that.
Dr. Marissa, would you please do the honor of reading from NBCnews.com as to what took place?
I mean, nothing would make me happier. All right, quote, "It was a dare." Fire department squad leader Marcus Moser told NBC News the young man had tried to pose for an unusual photo and climbed into the artwork. Nothing unusual about that. A total of 22 rescue workers with special equipment were deployed to the scene in the southern Germany city of Tübingen on Friday to free the 20-year-old, but a forceps delivery was not necessary, local newspaper told. Schwäbisches?
Sure. I have no idea how to say Schwäbisches Tagblatt.
Schwäbisches. It sounds like a hashtag. Schwäbisches.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Schwäbisches Tagblatt. It's the most American pronunciation. I will finish this quote eventually. Schwäbisches Tagblatt noted. We were able to pull the victim out with our bare hands. After about 30 minutes, Moser added.
There you
End
go.
of quote. I like how we called him a victim.
He made his choice.
He made his choice, and I hope it was worth it. What I would like to see are the photos that were taken.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now, I would like to add, before the fire department was called, the student's friend did what any friend would do in this situation. Take a photo while you're helpless and post it to Reddit.
Fuck yes.
Dr. Marissa, would you like to see said photo?
Nothing would make me happier in the world.
Okay, get ready for this.
I'm
Okay.
so excited. Oh my God. I mean, I'm going to try to talk about this, but we can put this on the Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay, the world needs this photo.
I'm fucking crying.
I think... Oh my God. Okay.
All right, we can do this. Professionals.
So it's the statue. But in the very bottom, wedged into the vulva, is a young man. He's wedged in, I would say...
About knee deep, yeah.
about knee deep in this vagina. And he's stuck, and his whole torso is on the ground outside of the vagina, sideways.
It looks like he was trying to crawl out, but he got stuck.
It looked like he was trying to crawl up but got stuck, and his backpack is on the ground, and he's got this face. He's got the oh shit face, and he's laughing, and yeah, I mean... This is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I wasn't even involved. Well done.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. Well, thank you, Erica Guzman, wherever you are now, because thank you for posting your photo to
American
Reddit.
heroes,
Yes,
you
that's right.
guys.
Thank you for your post. Now, luckily for the student, the sculpture, worth about $200,000, was not damaged.
Oh my God, I totally forgot.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
But unfortunately, though, the internet does not forget, and years later, we can still laugh about it today.
Thank God.
Yes, and that is the end for now. I'm sure there will be other stuck stories to come, but this is pretty good for episode 042.
It's going to be hard to top this.
I know.
But I look forward to see how people... Also, I think we have to go to Germany now.
Just to see this sculpture.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, I will try to climb it. This is the best. Okay.
At this point, it's American tradition.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
And we're Americans, so
we sure are.
we got to do our country proud.
Thanks to everyone around the world for listening.
Thank you so
rating,
much.
subscribing, telling your friends about, well, that's interesting. Yeah, we read all your reviews.
We do. We cheers them.
right.
We hold a drink to all of them, and we adore the fuck out of you
Yeah,
guys.
so please rate and review wherever you listen, and please stay interesting.
Please do.